What's up, everyone? Toyota just dropped the specs on the all-electric Hilux BEV, and it's controversial to say the least. We're talking about a 240-kilometer range, a tiny 59 kW battery, and specs that are making people scratch their heads. But before you write it off, Toyota has a very specific strategy here, and it might actually be genius for the right customer. Let's break down what Toyota is really doing with the electric Hilux. All right, let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. The 2026 Toyota Hilux BEV has just 240 kilometers of range based on European WLTP testing. That's from a 59.2 kWh lithium-ion battery with estimated consumption of 24.6 kilowatts per 100 kilometers. To put that in perspective, that's less than a quarter of what you'd get from a diesel Hilux SR5, which can go 1,111 kilometers on its 80-liter fuel tank. It's even less than the LDV ET60, which claims 330 kilometers of range and was previously the only electric ute sold new in Australia. So why would Toyota launch an electric ute with such limited range? Well, they're not trying to compete with diesel on long-distance hauling. This is a completely different beast. Toyota has been crystal clear about who this truck is for: fleet customers, local councils, and city-based tradies who primarily work in urban areas. Toyota Motor Company Australia Vice President Sean Hanley said it straight. We have seen a growing demand for BEVs in the UT space, particularly among fleet buyers. Think about it. If you're a plumber, electrician, or builder working within a 50-kilometer radius of your home base, this truck gives you everything you need. You drive to job sites, use your tools, drive home, plug in overnight, and repeat. You're never going to use that 240-kilometer range in a single day. Toyota kept the battery small and light specifically to maintain payload capacity. And this is where it gets interesting. The Hilux BEV has a tentative payload capacity of 715 kilograms. Compare that to the outgoing Hilux Rogue diesel at 764 kilograms. That's nearly identical. By keeping the battery small, Toyota avoided the massive weight penalty that kills payload capacity in most electric trucks. The trade-off: towing capacity drops to 1,600 kilograms, compared to 3,500 kilograms for the diesel Rogue. But again, if you're doing city work, you're probably not towing a massive trailer every day. Toyota also claims best-in-class charging capabilities that will minimize vehicle downtime, though specific charging specs haven't been released yet. Fast charging could make that 240-kilometer range much more practical for fleet operations. The Hilux BEV comes standard with dual-motor all-wheel drive, and the battery is protected from water ingress, crucial for a work truck. These aren't final specs for Australia yet, as the local homologation process may result in minor changes for our market. But here's the thing: Toyota is building this on the legendary Hilux platform. We're talking about the toughest, most reliable ute platform in the world. That reliability and build quality combined with electric power and zero emissions, for the right customer, that's a winning combination. Here's where it gets really interesting. Toyota Australia announced they'll import a hydrogen fuel cell electric version of the Hilux starting in 2028. The FCEV Hilux is expected to offer around 500 kilometers of range and greater towing capacity than the BEV version. The challenge? Hydrogen refueling infrastructure is basically non-existent. Toyota's solution: they're promising to invest in mobile hydrogen refueling infrastructure for fleet customers. That's a bold move that could change the game entirely. So there you have it. The Toyota Hilux BEV isn't trying to be a do-everything truck. It's a purpose-built urban workhorse for fleet customers who value payload capacity, reliability, and zero emissions over long-range capability. Is it coming for Ram's neck? In the city fleet market, absolutely. For weekend warriors towing caravans to the outback, not a chance. But that's exactly the point. What do you think? Is Toyota's strategy smart, or should they have gone with a bigger battery? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more automotive news. Catch you in the next one.